Hello, this is Boyce with 5280 Software LLC, and today I'm going to talk about why you should do your research before building a website or a mobile app. I'm all the time going on these quoting sites looking for new leads, and these budgets that people have. I mean, they're talking $500 for a website, $1,000 or $2,000 for a mobile app. This is just not reality. If you find somebody who's willing to do these types of projects for that price point, they're probably going to provide you development contracts, so they're going to ask you for some of the money up front, maybe all the money up front, and probably just never deliver. So you really have to do your research before you decide to build a website or a mobile app. The first thing you should ask yourself is what platform are you going to build on? So for a website, if you're looking for a website that's easy to update yourself, do your own blog posts, things like that, you might want to look at WordPress. It's a good option. WordPress websites aren't crazy expensive to build versus, say, a custom coded .NET or ASP or some kind of server-based active pages type website. Do you want to build it yourself? That's another option. You can use platforms such as Wix to build your own website. You don't really get as much of a customized look and feel as you would from a custom built website, but a budget is really an issue. You may want to dive in and see if you can do it yourself. Do you want to, when it comes to mobile apps, do you want a mobile app that will mimic your website? Basically just something basic that's almost the same as your website. Then you could easily go with a web app. Those are good options for you, and web apps are somewhat, fairly inexpensive. A good web app from a good development team would probably cost you $15,000 or $20,000. If you're looking for a mobile app that will run on both platforms, you may want to go with a hybrid mobile app. You're just not going to get the best user experience with going this route, and you're not going to be able to have all the features and sensors of the phone with a hybrid app. But this is another good option if budget is a concern of yours. A good hybrid app, though, it may cost you $40,000 to $60,000, maybe $70,000 if it's built right. If you do have the money and want the best user experience, and you want to utilize all the features of your phone, all the different sensors on your phone, then you want to go with a natively programmed app. And just be aware that a native app can easily be $100,000 or more. So these are things to consider about building your website or mobile app. You also have to consider maintenance. So on a website, you're going to need to do the WordPress and plugin updates. You may need help with that. You may need help writing new content for you, such as blog posts or producing your videos, things like that. So you have to keep in mind that you may have not only marketing but maintenance costs associated with your website. Also, you need to consider, once you build a mobile app, that it will have to be updated. People always want new features. It's always good to put out new features and functions into your app. So you will have to pay a developer to update and add features. Also, you have to keep in mind that a lot of times iOS and Android do system updates that can break the code of your app. So you will have to pay a developer to keep your app updated. As a rule of thumb, you're probably going to spend 10 to 20% per year of what the initial cost of the app was to build to keep it up to date. And the last thing you need to research before you build your website or mobile app is know who to hire. So there's a lot of freelancers out there. Not saying freelancers aren't a good option, but when you hire a actual team, a organization or an agency, you're going to have the specialization. They're going to have all the different assets you need, whether it be the UI UX designer developer. You're going to have the backend developer. Companies like 5280 Software LLC can help you through the entire life cycle of the project, from the scope creation to doing the mock-ups and wireframes to developing your app and doing the testing and helping you launch. A really important thing to consider before hiring anybody is make sure they provide you an NDA. That's a non-disclosure agreement. That basically safeguards your idea before you talk to them about it and give them those kind of details. So if they're not willing to provide an NDA, I'd be wary. Also, you need to make sure that whatever development company you do hire provides a development contract. We do contracts for all of our projects, whether it be a website or a mobile app. All of our contracts have a clearly defined scope of work as well as a payment schedule. So these are things you need to consider, and you need to do your research before building a website or mobile app. If you need help with a website, a mobile app, or any kind of custom software, feel free to visit 5280software.net or give us a call at 888-510-0833. Thank you.